Hi and welcome to E-ZTutoring. Today we are going to cover how to graph inverse functions. So we've already covered how to find the inverse, but now let's go over graphing them. The first part is pretty simple to actually graph them. All you need to do is really just plug in some numbers and then connect dots. However, I want to talk about what happens with these functions on a graph. It is really helpful knowing what these inverses do. It will make you understand the whole concept a lot better. All right, so this is some function of x, and this is its inverse function. I've already went ahead and found it. If you don't know how to find inverses, be sure to check out my video on that. All right, so now let's make an xy graph over here. So if we want to graph f of x equals 3x plus 3, we will plug in some points. And really, all you need is 2 points because this graph is linear, since it's just x to the power of 1. So we can plug in a 0 and a 1, and we're done. We get a 3 if we plug in a 0, and we get a 6 if we plug in a 1. So that is 0, 3, and 1, 6. So I'll make those in green over there and over there. So now let's plug in some points for f inverse of x. Once again, all we need is 2 points because this graph is linear. So let's go ahead and plug in a 3, and let's also plug in a 6. You'll notice I'm not plugging in numbers like 0 and 1 anymore. I'm plugging in these numbers because I don't want decimals. I don't want something over 3 giving me some crazy decimal. And actually, you'll notice this is how inverses work. Over here we got 0, 3, and over here we got 3, 0. You can see that these numbers are just flipped around. That is because these functions are inverses of each other. Same with the 1, 6. They're just flipped around. Inverses will always take your xy coordinate and flip it to yx. Anyways, let's see more of that on the actual graph. So we got all the way up to 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 0, and 6, 1. So if we go ahead and connect these dots, we will get something like this for the inverse function, and we will get something like this for the f of x function. So now, ask yourself this: do you notice anything about these lines? Do you notice anything in particular? Well, the answer to that is inverses. All it is the reflection of the function across the line y equals x. And this is the line y equals x. And you can see where the lines intersect, they intersect right on the line y equals x. Now, of course, that would be better to see if I were a better drawer, but you get the idea. So this is our f of x function, and this is our f inverse of x. All that happened is this line reflected across y equals x, and that is our inverse. So that is how you graph inverse functions, and that is also how inverses work. You flip your xy to yx, and you also just reflect your graph across the line y equals x. So that is the whole idea behind inverses. All right, guys. So if you guys ever want SCT or ACT help, be sure to visit my website, www.e-ztutoring.com. Thank you, guys, and have a good day.